All right. First of all, one of my takeaways, maybe not my biggest, is I got this baseball that I found in the dugout at Coors Field. I like to imagine Chris Bryant launched this into the stands. It got thrown back by an opposing fan and ended up in the dugout, so I'm going with that story.
This is my first Legacy Summit. I love it so far. The best thing I love about these events and these masterminds is the networking and meeting folks. So on the way over here, I actually was listening to a podcast and I met the guy. On the podcast, I said, I want to meet this guy. And then he's actually here. So like amazing, he does stores like I do. And so we connected, and like those kind of relationships are possible here. And so Tim does a great job putting a great group of people together, high level people. And so it's the best.
From day one, it's always been an incredible learning experience. You know, you think you know one thing, but then you come to events like this and your mind's just blown every single time you know, by not just the guest speakers, but individuals and everybody at your round tables. You always get a little nugget from each time here.
You know, you come here with your challenges, with your problems in your business, and it's like you leave and you're just like, you know, as a real estate entrepreneur, it's always like you're looking for your next fix, whether it's a deal, and just realizing that you're gonna come here and you're gonna get that, and you're gonna leave with so much enthusiasm and so much excitement. It just you go back home and you're just ready to hit the ground running.
So I think the biggest takeaway is that you can run a business, and if you're not running your life like a business, then you're making a mistake. I have assistants at work, and I should have assistants in my personal life as well to make my life easier, so I can focus on things that are important, you know, family and friends and relationships.
Part of it, I just want to be new again. You know, to have the excitement of starting other, and then I think it's just natural progression to move from single family to multifamily. That was kind of avenue to let me do that. You know, it's to move into a space where I felt like I had a pretty good grip on acquiring properties, acquisition component of things, and then also move into a space where I just get to be a sponge all over again and not walk into a room and know that there's not a whole lot of new technical stuff that I'm gonna get, but just to be in a space where I get to be in a fly on the wall, check the ego, and just come in and learn, you know? So that was exciting for me.
One of the things I really love about Legacy Family is it truly is a family. And it sounds very cliche, but it's really absolutely true. I know that if I ever have a question when it comes to anything, when it comes to commercial aspect of things, I can pick up the phone and call somebody without any hesitation and know that they will be there for me to be able to answer my questions. I make it a priority to come to these events because the content that is on stage is very valuable. It's very good information, but really the true value is networking with individuals on the off time and when we have the breaks and meeting the people in the room, because there's some very heavy hitters in the room, and there's people of all levels, but the one thing is that everyone is about the giving attitude and about sharing what they know to be able to help you grow to where you're at. Everyone here, myself included, is all about, hey, what can I give in order to help others continue to grow and get better?
Talk to everybody, be open and honest about your wins and your struggles. Everybody will be supportive, and there's no reason to not talk to everybody you can.
So I've been married for 13 years. I've got 3 children, and I do understand that this is a real estate seminar mastermind, but the biggest takeaway that I got was listening to other married couples who have children, husbands, wives, and realizing that I'm not the only one going through the same situations. And it was really comforting to know that how other people, other husbands and wives are working through those types of scenarios and situations that they have going on in life. And I know I'm certainly going to take it back home and work on my marriage to make it better and really grow my real estate business along with it.
Other biggest takeaway is I'm overpaying in taxes. It seems like no matter how much you're paying, after talking to so many people in the tax panel, you're overpaying. And I'm sure everybody's going to overpay pretty much no matter what, but there's so many strategies and so many different things that I need to start utilizing that I know that I'm not. So that's my biggest takeaway.
So my biggest takeaway from the event would have to be when Amanda was speaking and learning how to leverage other people's money.
My biggest takeaway is to stop giving the government as much money because there are tax strategies to help you as an entrepreneur.
Hi, I'm DEANA. We're from Racine, Ohio. We invest in self-storage and multifamily. We joined Legacy about a year and a half ago, and this event in Denver has been amazing. We learned biggest takeaways. So the tax strategies was a huge takeaway. There are several that we're going to go home and implement immediately. And then the other thing that we are taking away is that a lot of the offers that we're making for acquisitions are low, considering the fact of the current situation that we're in. So we're going to boost up some offers and get some more acquisitions.
I'm Jennifer. I am from Nashville, Tennessee, here with my husband. We have a construction company, some self-storage, and do a lot in our local area. Hey! And I mean, for me, it's just, like DEANA said, the tax strategies were amazing. Like, taxes are compound interest in reverse, so anything that I can do to grow my family's wealth so that we can, you know, build our relationships, spend more time together, because that's my priority. You know, we earn money so that we can get our time back, so we can be with the people that we love. So I just love being around people with the same mindset that understand that. The growth and the information here is just priceless. Love being here. So
absolutely.
Gotten to a point where I got to be a bit selective in the events I travel to. I have a family at home. I have businesses at home. You know, we're all busy people. We've all been to the events and the masterminds and the trainings before. I wouldn't miss a legacy event. It's on. I highlight first when I look at my annual schedule. I make marks on the calendar for our legacy events. You know, I was sitting through. Today's my first day here on this particular event, and I sat through the very first panel, and the amount of knowledge and expertise on the panel and the space that it filled in on the financing side of transactions. I don't know where else I could get that in a world of travels. Whether you have all the money in the world or no money in the world, have all the credit or no credit, want to 10x what you're doing, right? The quality of talent that was up on the stage filled in all of the answers in this one tiny segment, which is one piece of many in this event.
Yeah, I make it a priority to come here because A, there's an extreme amount of knowledge and experience here. And for me, the networking is huge, to get it in front of people in person, get to meet them, and mostly be around other like-minded people that remind me that I need to be pushing the limits, and you know, that the limits I've imposed, or that I think I have, are just limits I'm imposing on myself. And being around this kind of atmosphere motivates and encourages me to keep being better and pushing myself.
A lot of these individuals have become great friends, mentors, and you know, every time I've had an idea or a question or something that I've been stuck on how to scale something or how to become a better investor, there's always somebody here who can help. Always.
I said it before, but I think for me it's always the people. Like, we can learn about business and we can learn about structuring things and money and all that stuff, but it's always the people and the connections and the relationships and really drilling into that. I think that's always my favorite part.
Oh my gosh, everybody is so nice. They just sang me happy birthday with a cupcake. They are so open and willing to share with you their knowledge and their strengths and everything they've gone through. They've gone through the stuff that we've already, they've already gone through the stuff that we're going through. So they are so willing to just share with you so you don't make those same pitfalls.
Yeah, I keep coming back to the summits because of the community. It's amazing. You know, it's called Legacy Family, and it truly is a family. There's a lot of people that, we see just at the summits, but we keep in touch all year round with. We've built a lot of relationships from coming here, and, not just business relationships, but personal relationships too. We have a lot of people that, they've got young kids just like we have young kids, and we connect on that level too. So it's amazing to, be able to talk to these people on a business level, but then completely relate on a family level as well.
I really liked Tim. I felt like his message and what he's trying to accomplish and his values were really in line with how I live my life and how I run my business. And basically, yeah, kind of your vibe attracts your tribe, and I just felt like I fit right in with a good core group of people here.
What I love about Tim, he thinks huge. You know, he thinks big, right? And I have to credit Tim for helping me think bigger on private money, because until I really started following Tim and watching what he was doing, I was buying all of my deals with my own money, right? And I couldn't scale. Like, I own 100% of my portfolio, but I mean, I couldn't buy hundreds of millions of dollars worth of properties like Tim was, because I wasn't tapping into OPM. So when I watched Tim, it kind of really helped my mindset and realized that, man, dude, why are you doing this all by yourself? Like, freaking use other people's money. So I have to credit Tim for that, and thinking bigger, buying bigger deals, and raising private money. And guy's a rock star, man. Look what he's done with all these people here. It's like a vacation for entrepreneurs to get together and freaking geek out on one another, because you don't get to go back home and meet a bunch of guys like this. I mean, we're 3% of the population, right? There's only 3% of the population are entrepreneurs. We're kind of a bunch of freaks. We're kind of weirdos and psychopaths for success, and can't go around telling everybody how you're trying to buy hundreds of millions of dollars worth of real estate to just anybody. They're gonna think you're crazy. So you gotta get around other crazy people like this.
What it's been like working with Tim has been pretty amazing, actually. And I've been through, I've been in this game for a while. I've been through a lot of different relationships. But one thing I like about Tim is, one, he never under-delivers. What he says he's gonna do, he does. And more times than not, he'll exceed that expectation. And that, man, when it comes to relationships, if you want to secure relationships, that's how you do it. Remain strong to your word and always deliver, and that seems like to be a foundation of everything Timmy does.
Gracias a todos, Sarah, Tim, Nick, Thaddy, all the guys, everybody who's put this event together. You guys do an amazing quality job. There's a lot of multicultural people here that come from different parts of the country. So anybody that's Spanish speaking, don't be afraid to join us. We'd love to have you. Y si necesitan ayuda con alguna cosa u otra, aquí estamos para ayudarles.
Someone asked me about this mastermind just a couple days ago if they should join, and it's literally, I told them it's a no-brainer, because one relationship, one key nugget can be the biggest difference in your business. It's literally 100x value when you come to these events. And so I constantly spend money to re-educate myself and be a part of these events, because that is where you make life-defining relationships.
Book it. Come, jump in with both feet, make the big splash, because these are so valuable, and you'll meet incredible people, and you cannot gain knowledge like this anywhere else. And plus, if you're a woman, the bathroom lines are shorter here than the men's.
So no dipshits, man. I like that part of it. I like that there's really the, hey, just downplay the ego. You walk in and just be humble and come in and do your thing. I think everybody in here, or a good percentage of them, are pretty proficient in what they do. So to walk in here and feel like you're just gonna be that guy, I mean, that's not it. So you can come in here and really be, I think, in a space full of your peers. And I think the other part about that too is, I've got a pretty decent network, and so, I asked some questions about Tim, and kind of what was being offered from other people. And the feedback was overwhelmingly positive, so I think he's genuine. I got a pretty good BS meter, and I think it's a genuine guy. I was just saying at lunch right now, I'm waiting for those shoe to drop. Like, where's the all the big upsells and all that stuff, and I'm not seeing it. So I'm just enjoying being in this space and the guy that's genuine. And I feel like he'll call you on your shit if you're coming in there not doing it right. So I appreciate that.
Tim is amazing at being a genuine person. We were going over a lot of the resources and things that the Legacy family does. One of the things is the legacy love, giving back, and that's what it's all about. There are so many people in this group that have the ability to be able to give back, and I think that's really important. And that also helps attract those people that you actually want to be around. They're the types of people that you want to build those relationships with, and Tim is so good with that. He makes sure that everybody in the room not only is leaving with value, but that they can bring value.
So there's always a conversation around wealth and time, and here's something that was told to me early on. It didn't resonate at the time, but as I've gotten older, I'm 54 years old now, it makes a lot of sense, right? there's a constant race between money and time. And if we don't play our cards right, we'll run out of one before we have enough of the other. And what I've learned is that the big shift in our mind is that we've got to figure out a way to stop exchanging our time for dollars, because we're certain we'll run out of one before we get enough of the other in that scenario. The idea of investing is exclusively so that we can buy back our time. And the more time we have, the bigger impact we can make. So there's a direct correlation between wealth and impact. And you say, well, what's impact, Pat? It's however you want to change the world, the difference you want to make, whatever your secret sauce is and how you want to bring that to the world. The more wealth you have, it frees you up from the chasing the dollars so that you can make that impact, that dent while you're here.
I know for a fact money allows you to more freedom and more time. And so when you can leverage other people, you can leverage partnerships, you can leverage money, it will 1000% give you the time freedom to do what you want to do and spend time with family and friends and experiences. So that's what we really, in my family, like to go after is experiences.
If I met somebody and they were kind of on the fence about joining the legacy family, between the money that it costs per month and the value that I get out of this group, there is no comparison whatsoever. I know, I joined back in November of 2021 and I've actually doubled my portfolio. And whenever, there's no comparison. So, I just say get involved, jump in. And I always say scared money never made any money. So there you go.
So I basically live my life by a quote that Jim Rohn said. He said, your level of success will rarely exceed your level of self-development. And the reason why that is because you don't go out and chase success. Success is attracted to you by the person you become. So if you want more, you must become more. And I can definitely say, hands down, in this group, this is a bunch of people that will provide value to you, that allow you to become more, so therefore you can have more if you put that value to work yourself. So for me, I love Legacy Family for the connections, for the people, for the value, but also because it allows me to become more so I can go ahead and get more eventually.
If you're not making that investment to be in the same room as other people that are doing what you want to do, it's a huge mistake. And I took that quote and that hits me hard because it is. Yes, there is an investment to be a part of groups like this, but what you get out of it is invaluable. So, those people that are on the fence about joining Legacy Family, it's 100% worth it. We get back more than what we pay for it. The value it's incredible. There's so many different resources, from the networking to the speakers to, every single day there is a call. Monday through Friday there's a call and there's an expert on that call. That's that's a ton of value, and to be able to get that back out of it is huge.
If you do something, it's an investment. If you don't do something with the information, then it's a cost, right? So I think for a person who's absolutely at a space where you're kind of topping out where you are, you just want to broaden your horizons to be able to take advantage, because I can't tell you how many countless leads of multifamily I threw away because my business wasn't built for multifamily. And I mean, untold, probably millions of dollars that we threw away because it just weren't built that way. What I decided very quickly in a call, just 3 minutes, I think it was a 3-day, I think it was a summit, is whatever I spend here, I'm going to make it back in the first deal. So it was a no-brainer to me, because I know I'm going to take action. If you don't take action, then yeah, it's tough for you, but this is a steal. I mean, I honestly feel that way. That, don't tell Tim that because I don't want him to raise the price, but I just think it's awesome. I tell him to do it. That's my honest opinion. I wouldn't BS you.